nod gently, looking over at the notes of used cars and objects for sale, job vacancies, which are no more, and so on. Start to tear the notes off the walls, humming gently as he peels the notes away with his fingernails. After some time, there would be no more notes left, but just old remains of glue tack, glue and cello. Oh god, oh god. Whoops. Keyboard. God damn it. Yeah. Sorry. My keyboard isn't that great anymore. It's like 4 years old, so or 5 years old. Christ. Very old. Now colder water. Colder feeling cloth. Squeezing the excess water and applying to the window. Humming once again as he begins to scrub away, getting rid of the dirt. I'm just gonna put a fucking question mark there. These guys are talking about their old past. Notice an old stain on the window. Slightly crimson dark. Think nothing of it and just would clean it away. Paying barely any attention to it. Besides a few permanent scratches and marks. Christ, I'm gonna have to do this for another 2 windows. Jesus, I may skip this out, guys, but it's entirely up to you. To look at the door humming, inspecting as he looks grime and dirt, footmarks and scruffs from people kicking and a substance of black powder coating some parts of the door. Try and make this actually quite interesting. To wash away at the door, going throughout the nooks and crannies of every part, sighing as his back begins to somewhat ache now. There you go. So these guys, talking about their military past and whatnot, and how they're expendable. Fortunately, I got my squad killed in a patrol through the slums. As punishment, he was decommissioned. Oh shit! Well, they're good at fucking making up stories and passive roleplay. You know, have you ever met a dream girl on the job? Like, they couldn't be any more binge. This is my experience taken away from me, and that sounds rough. I don't know what kind of law these guys are going for, but I know for a fact that units, unless they're O5s or recruits, so to say, they're not allowed to get into a relationship with girls or any of the opposite sex, if I'm not mistaken. Trust me, I tried it before on Half-Life 2 roleplay, and it was complete shit. Obviously, it was just passive roleplay, but you know, sorry about that. Anyway, I was filling up my glass. After some time, the door would look cleaner than before. Besides the markings of past conflicts and events. There you go. You might need a new door. His head, grabbing the bucket and taking it outside. Notice how they're not using a lot of I noticed how they're not using a lot of voice commands, which is quite cool. Loads of people who get into like CPs, CP jobs, like they go a bit over the top with voice commands and whatnot, which is it's a bit annoying. You get a nice bag. 100 tokens, nice. If anything needs done. Thank you. Right, so that job is done. Got 100 tokens, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie, that's really goddamn good. But basically, you know, stuff like that is going to happen, so unless you know, you don't like that kind of stuff, now try and skip over. And oh god, hello, what's this? There appears to be an illustration done by a immaculate artist who scribbled and shaded entirely in pencil of a mirror of a citizen running away from a citizen civil protection unit. Word from wise, don't run, jump or yell. The units around here pay heavy fines for those who break the laws, and they don't use currency to tax your well-being. Shit. That's a pretty good appears to be an illustration of a city. In the background there's a citadel, and in the foreground is the title. Union's weekly newsletter. Conflict in the Middle East. Conflict is firing up once more. The conflict erupted yesterday morning when they found out their ration disputers were shut down. This caused about 300 citizens to die of starvation. Christ. And without any legal input of income, this caused many citizens to act up against the Union on justification of unfair punishment of a random group of terrorists. More to come. Click here for the... check here. It's not click here. Duh, I can't read. Bloodshed in the Middle East. Mass firefighters erupted in the streets of City 23 of what was previously known as Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Right. Sorry. It started at 7:24 Eastern Time when a group of individuals in Cognito were walking the square in cell located there. When they were stopped by civil protection for their identification, then they shot the unit and all the others. It escalated to the point where two Overwatch arms units were called and dispatched to the group. Unfortunately, the group had to escape into district slums and possibly deep into sewers located there. In the end, there were about 19 deceased and 40 wounded. How will the Union squash this problem? More to come. Whoever's writing this has got some good fucking detail. Eye for detail. In a story that strike home for a lot of us, a group of rebels have attacked patrol units last night in this very city. It started as though any other patrol units making their rounds with restrictions when suddenly a rocket-propelled grenade RPG suddenly injected into the building next to them. The units patrolling were not killed. The unit's hearing was impaired because of it. During the assault, two units showed up to help the units retreat as they were going through the tunnel to get back to the main district. Shots and rockets were fired to the fore. No one else was hurt. And the strike is said that a partisan group has started within the D3 or the sewers. No one knows. Jackson, Ingrid's Union's weekly newsletter. Now, there's something I don't particularly see a lot in Half-Life 2 roleplay anymore, and that is having detail like this with newsletters and such. I believe Lemon Punch used to do it. They used to actually have their own like website where you'd look into the they did. They used to have the terminals, and you'd look into them. There'd be like weekly newsletters and whatnot, daily newsletters. A lot of servers don't do this anymore, from far as I can tell. It's been quite a while since I've played Half-Life 2 roleplay, but when I used to play it a lot, there barely used to be any servers that used to do this. So, you know, it's quite nice to see this. It's quite refreshing instead of just, you know, your overpowered CPs, your cringy citizens and all that. It's nice. It's nice. And to be fair, I could kind of see myself getting back into Half-Life 2 roleplay. Rebellion spreads to City 45. Attention around the world grows with the general civilian population, the bountiful Union, civil protection, and other divisions of the Universal Union. Rebellion appears to have spread to City 45. Yesterday's night attack on a dual civil patrol unit at D3 has inspired those who have an adverse view of the Union to rise up, causing more casualties of civil protection and loyalists alike. It doesn't stop there. Last night, as a reporter from the UWN was having a walk through the D3 area, he witnessed 3 people dressed in non-union designated clothing attacking those with casual clothing, something you would see a citizen wear. It said, when I said we were in the office, that the person who was beaten the day was carrying a Quest device. Harold Riven, Uni Weekly's newsletter. Shite. Interesting. So they got their old thumpers as well. Now, I know there's probably going to be nobody in the they do have terminals. Interesting. That's amazing. Press enter. Hey, there we go. Goes to their forums. That's quite nice. I'm liking that. Just as I was talking about the forums or the terminals, they have them. That's pretty good. I'm liking that. I am liking that. They got our old TV there. Look, that's nice. I think that's from some kind of wire mod. I think. Liana Germano, apartment 81. Now, can I get myself an apartment? Wow. I'm gonna ask if I can take up apartment C3. Whoa. Sorry, my bad. Buh. Fucking close. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can take up apartment C3. At least it's not like other servers where you could just press F2 and then get a fucking apartment. It's quite good. Gentlemen. But I would like to request apartment C3, if that is okay. Fuck me, request, Jesus. Brilliant. I'm not Joseph Stalin. I'm Joseph Rawling. A lot of people tend to get me. I don't know why they always take the piss out of me being Joseph Stalin. I can't see why. Joseph Rawling, Joseph Stalin, bastards. May I go in? Sorry, mind that, that's TeamSpeak. Fuck. Why is this guy following? Yes. Slash apply. Joseph Rawling. 26329. Thank you very much. Right, now I'm assuming. Oh, I like in the